Hi, my name's Phil Gardner and welcome to Fun with Boxes. Well, I am super excited about a very small game indeed. And this is from designer Chris Priscott, who is going to be bringing his rather marvellous game, Fetching Feathers, to crowdfunding anytime soon. Now, as part of his Fetching Feathers campaign, he's also going to be making another small game available as part of that campaign, and that is this joyous, wonderful game called D.O.T, or D.O.T. And this is, as you can see, a very small box game. Now, this is the prototype. I believe the actual version is going to be in a bigger box because there will be some tokens included. Now, because I've got a prototype, I've just got these little paper tokens, but these will be proper tokens included in the game. And D.O.T is a very straightforward game. It's for 2 players and it's going to take you around 10 minutes to play. So this is a real lovely filler game. Now, like I say, it is very easy to play and only has a small number of cards in it. Now, each player is going to have an identical hand of cards, and each player is going to have 18 cards to play with during the game. So what are the players going to be doing? Well, they're going to be secretly playing cards into a personnel and shared pool, manipulating coloured dot totals to gain the highest score in each round. Now, the twist is the goalposts are going to shift during the game. Sometimes you're going to be rewarded for being far off the mark, and other times getting as close as possible. So that is D.O.T. Let's have a look at what you get in a game, and don't forget this is a prototype, and we'll take a look at how to set up and how to play it. And spoiler warning here, this is a great game, a great little game. Okay, so let's take a look at the game components now. Each player is going to get an identical deck of cards, and they're 18 cards each, and each of the decks will have a unique back. So you can see this is one deck of 18 cards with these stripes, and this is another deck of 18 cards with the dots, and they are all identical. If we just take a look at these cards here, and what we can see here is that the cards have 3 areas, and the 3 areas are going to be the blue, then black, and then red dots. And we can see on this card it has 3 blue dots, no black dots, and 3 red dots, whereas this card doesn't have any blue or red but has 2 black dots. And there's also a little visual reference there. So we see 2 black, 3 blue, 3 red. Now this card is a special card. This is the star card, and the star cards will always only have 1 coloured dots, and there'll always be 4 dots on them. So for example, this is the black star card, and there is the 3rd of the 3 star cards there. Now we also have some scoring tokens here, 9 scoring tokens. And if you notice, they're in the same colours as the markings on the cards. So you can see we've got blue here, we've got red here, and black here. So the first thing we need to do is to separate the cards into the 2 separate decks, and each player is going to take one. So for example, I will take these and my opponent will take these. Now in the deck there are going to be 3 star cards, and what you need to do is each player will need to separate them out from their deck and you'll be creating what we call a star deck and the normal deck. So we shuffle the draw deck, and I'll place these sideways so that we know this is the star deck. And this player will do the same. So we'll keep the scoring tokens in a pile somewhere close by. And what we will be doing is we will be playing some cards into a pool in front of ourselves and into a central pool. So make sure you leave enough room for that. Okay, so how to play? Well, D.O.T. or D.O.T. is played over 3 rounds, and in each round a player will secretly play cards into their own card pool and into the shared card pool. And scoring tokens are then awarded based on the scoring condition for that round. Now there are 5 phases in each round, so let's go through these one by one. Now the first phase is prepare tokens. Now we take 1 scoring token of each colour from the supply and place it into the reserve area next to the shared pool. And these are the tokens that can be won this round. So if I pop these over here, and then on to phase 2, draw cards. Now both players draw 5 cards from their draw deck and must choose and draw 1 star card from their star deck. And whilst in the draw phase, the player may swap the star card chosen for a different star in their card deck. And cards in hand should be kept secret from the other player. So if I take a look at my cards here, I may perhaps take this black star card and add that to my hand. Now we keep these face down so that the opponent doesn't know which one of the 3 you have drawn. Now in this phase, each player must decide which 3 cards they want to add to their common pool and which 3 cards they want to add into the shared pool. Now each card in a game has a number of different coloured shape on it called dots, and the number of each colour varies from 0 to 3 dots on each draw deck card and exactly 4 on the star cards. So now we're on to phase 3, which is play cards. So when ready, each player is going to create 2 piles of 3 cards, and they place 1 pile face down into the shared pool and the other face down into their own pool. So for example, I may play these 3 cards face down into my pool, and then these 3 cards face down into the shared pool. I'll pop these here. So the other player, they would have drawn 5 cards. They will take a look at their cards and perhaps they will add the red star card into their hand. So they are going to, I think they'll take these 3 cards into their pool and these 3 cards then into the shared pool. Once that's done, then each player reveal the cards in their own pools. So for example, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blue dots, 5 black and 4 red. And this player has got 2 black, 3 blue and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 red. And now we'll take these cards and we'll reveal them one by one. And now we're on to phase 4, which is scoring. Now in DOT, scoring tokens are awarded based on the difference in coloured dots between the cards in the player's pool and the cards in the shared pool. Now depending on the round, the goal is either the largest difference or smallest difference. Now in rounds 1 and 3 it'll be the largest difference, and in round 2 it'd be the smallest difference. So for rounds 1 and 3, each player is aiming for the largest difference in dots between their pool and the shared pool. So how do we score? Well, we count the dots of a colour in the shared pool. Starting with blue, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now each player counts the dots of the same colour in their own pool. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I got a difference of 1. And the other player's got 3 with a difference, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with a difference of 2. The player with the largest difference will take the corresponding token. So my opponent, because they had the largest difference between their pool and the shared pool than I did, they will take the blue dot. And now we will take a look at the black dots. Now there are 5 black dots in the middle. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's the same in my pool and the shared pool, and the difference here we can see straight away with my opponent is 5 versus 2, so they've got a difference of 3, so they will win the black token as well. So I'm not doing very well at all here. So let's have a look at now the red dots. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's a difference of 1, and my opponent's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is a difference of 2. So again, they have won. Now, if there was a tie during that round, no one will win the token, so that token will carry on to the next round. So, for example, if instead we had tied on blue, but my opponent won red and black, well, blue would carry over into the next round. So now we're playing for 2 blue tokens, 1 red and 1 black. So with that, we're on to the final phase of the round, and that is phase 5, discard. So all the cards played into the shared central pool are now discarded face down into a discard pile. And these cards can no longer be looked at by the players. Now, cards played into the player pools are kept in front of the players and are carried over to the next round. At the end of rounds 1 and 2, players can discard a number of cards from the opponent's pools, and the player with the most scoring tokens chooses first. If there's a tie, the tiebreaker is the most blue tokens, then most black, then most red. And if it's still a tie, then you'll need to flip a coin. Now, at the end of round 1, the first player will discard 1 card from the opponent's pool and places it face down into the discard pile. So my opponent may take this and place it face down, and then the other player does the same. So I could perhaps take this and place this face down. Now, at the end of round 2, each player will discard 2 of their opponent's cards instead of 1. Now, all the remaining cards in the player pools remain face up and are carried across to the next round. And they cannot be exchanged for cards in the hand or moved between pools. Now, if this was the end of round 3, then we would move to the end game. But if not, we would play the next round. So for the next round, again, we would prepare the tokens. So get these ready, 1 of each token. And now both players would draw 5 cards from the draw deck. Take a look at them and then choose a card, a star card to add. And again, in this phase, each player then will decide what 3 cards they're going to play to their pool and what 3 cards they're going to play into the shared pool. And for round 2, we are looking at the smallest difference now rather than the largest difference. Now, at the end of round 3, we will count the number of scoring tokens each player has, and the player with the highest number of scoring tokens is going to win the game. And in the case of a tie, players will share the victory. Now, the game can also be won as soon as a player wins at least 5 scoring tokens, in which case the game will end immediately. And that's how you play a game of D.O.T. Well, there you have it, D.O.T. A tiny game, and I tell you what, once you have played this just once, you will want to play it again and again and again and again, because that's what our experience was with it when me and Lisa played. Of course, Lisa beat me, but there's no surprise there. But as soon as we finished the game, I was again, played again. I've got it now. I've got it. I'm going to get you this time. And again, of course, I've lost. So play it again. And the beauty of this game is that it can be played in under 10 minutes. It really is the perfect filler game. If you follow the channel, you will know that I do love the small box games. Little games that you can stick in your pocket or pop in your rucksack or your bag and take them with you, pull them out and play them in a very small play area and just have a tremendous amount of fun, whether that's in a coffee shop or even if you sat down at the airport, or indeed if you like the odd beverage or two and pop along to your local pub and have a lovely game as well as a lovely drink. D.O.T. is absolutely brilliant. There's something about this game. It's just so simple, but so clever and so replayable. It really is. I cannot recommend this game enough. A massive, huge, look how huge. Fun with boxes, thumbs up for D.O.T. The new game from Chris Priscott coming to crowdfunding very soon, along with his magnificent Fetching Feathers game. Another fantastic game from Chris, and you can check this out on the channel too, because we have a video all about how to play this rather wonderful game. I mean, goodness, these two games, oh, tremendous. Well, there you go. I do hope you enjoyed taking a look at this game with me. If you did, please consider hitting the old like button, and please also hit that subscribe button too, if you would be so kind, because that would really help to grow the channel. And in the meantime, as always, thanks so much for watching. Please do take care, and bye for now.